When women are jealous of other women, when they're secretly jealous of other women, they tend to leave you out the loop on purpose. They don't tell you about the plans that are happening because they want you to be the oddball out. Perfect example of this is when women plan these gatherings and they tell all the women to dress alike, and there's one woman they deliberately don't tell how to dress. They leave her as the oddball out because they want her to be the source of humiliation, the source of their entertainment. They want her to be the oddball out. So they'll tell everybody the dress code, but they won't tell you. They want you to come looking different than everybody else. This is a form of attempting to humiliate you and trying to make you stand out from the group. They're trying to exclude you while also appearing to include you. We all have been in those situations, I believe, as women at some point in our life where we have catty, jealous, envious women around us, mean-spirited, bully-type women who deliberately look to exclude other women. Not because they feel like she doesn't fit or they don't like her, but because your light would shine too bright if they included you. Your light would outshine theirs, what they believe that your light would outshine theirs if they included you in the festivities and activities of the event. I actually heard about a young lady. Now, I understand this was her wedding, but she told her bridesmaids, and I don't think it was just her bridesmaids, I think it was all the women in attendance. She told them not to wear makeup simply because she didn't want them to outdo her. Women who do those kind of things, that screams jealousy and insecurity. A woman, now I'm not saying her wedding, her dress code, but to ask all of the women, not just the women in your wedding party, but all of the women to not wear makeup because you're insecure and you don't want anybody to look better than you. That's part of the reason why a lot of friendships between women go left. It's because some women are so jealous and insecure that they feel like they must dim another woman's light in order for them to shine. Women who do those kind of things will deliberately set out to humiliate you and make you look less than what you actually are. It's because they know that you're a beautiful woman, that you attract people, not just with your physical beauty, but how you act, how you carry yourself, the way people are drawn to you. There are some women who are so threatened by that they set up these stupid rules. I have to just say how it is. These stupid rules so that other women don't, quote, outshine them. The way I see it, if you're that jealous and insecure around certain women, don't invite them to the event. Don't invite them to the wedding. Better yet, don't talk to me. That's the way I would see it. If I was around that kind of person, and I've dealt with these kind of things where they feel like, you're too much for what they're doing, and not in a negative way. If they know that you have a gift for gab, that you're charming, that you're a woman that is easy to talk to and easy to get along with, don't be surprised if they deliberately exclude you from certain events, because they know that even if they're beautiful women, if their character sucks, and they can know that. Some women, especially women who are jealous, envious, and catty toward other women, they know exactly what they're doing oftentimes. They know within themselves that if you're around, they're going to look bad. If you're around, you're going to highlight the things that they are lacking in. And because of that, sometimes they deliberately exclude you or include you while trying to humiliate you. That part. When women have these little events, back to what I was originally saying, if you've been on this channel any amount of time, you know how I do. I float all around, but I'm always on point. Nonetheless, when women have these events, and let's say they're all color coordinated, they say all wear pajamas or a certain type of pajama. I saw a clip of a lady who said wear pajamas to this event. But what she meant is to wear beautiful, satin-like pajamas. She told all of the other women to wear these specific type of pajamas. But they didn't let one lady in on that information. And of course, she came in her regular everyday sleepwear. They were cute, but they weren't on code. Jealous women who secretly don't like you or want to humiliate you, They don't want you to be on code. They want to exclude you because they get a kick out of making you or trying to make you look dumb, trying to make you look like you're the oddball out. Women like this must be avoided. When you are a grown woman, secure within yourself, you don't seek to deliberately exclude other women and make them look foolish. You don't deliberately set out to make other women look like entertainment for your enjoyment. You want all of you to be on code. You want all of you to look good and feel good and radiate that confidence of the group. But women who don't understand what it means to actually look out for other women, who don't really like other women, but they tolerate other women simply because they want to create an appearance of being a girls. And that's what you see a lot of on social media. You see a lot of women, not saying all, but a lot of women who will be in these circles, be in these girl groups, even grown woman girl groups, and they don't like half of the people they're around. It's simply about trying to create an aesthetic, and each woman is trying to outshine the other. That's no way to be. And that's a lot of the reason why a lot of women opt out of those kind of things, such as girls trips, these girls nights. Nothing wrong with that. But if you are around a bunch of women who shade you on a daily basis, they throw shade your way on a daily basis, they barely talk to you, they don't like you, and every time they see you, they have something negative to say specifically about how you look, these are not the women you want to trust planning your events or being a part of your event. These are not the women that you want to rely on to tell you you look good when they're hoping that you don't. But these women who like to make you feel as if you somehow are going to outshine them if you're around, you have to have enough discernment and wisdom as a woman to pick up on those kind of things. And I can hear someone now saying, well, what if it's not? It's not always about beauty. It's not always about looks. No, it's not. Sometimes it's about your personality. Like I said, there are some women who are easy to talk to, easy to get along with. She makes other people feel comfortable in her presence. And that right there could piss off a jealous, envious woman more than your looks can. Because a lot of women, unfortunately, are agents of chaos. All they know is drama. Have you ever been in a room and everything was seemingly fine? You were enjoying yourself. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's just flowing. And then suddenly a woman will walk in and the entire atmosphere change. It's like there's suddenly all of this tension in the room. This heaviness just entered the room. Some women carry that with them. It's because not just women, all people, a man can have that kind of energy. But when a woman carries that kind of energy, that throws everything off and it makes people feel very uncomfortable. And a woman who carries a spirit of jealousy and envy towards other women, they're always carrying that heavy energy. It's that energy that says, I'm not comfortable with me, so I don't want anybody else in the room to feel comfortable. And the only way you can combat that as a woman is to know who you are and to be confident in how you look, how you operate, and how people respond to you. You have to feel good, even when that woman with her monitoring spirit, because the woman who comes in with that heavy negative tension and she's there to make other people feel uncomfortable, I strongly believe that somehow, sometimes, that the enemy, the way I believe, will allow certain people to be in a room, to be that tension, to make you nervous, to make you uncomfortable, to make you feel less confident, all because your light is shining very brightly and you don't bring that heavy, negative, toxic energy. But when you have women who carry that kind of spirit, they want other people to feel that misery that they have on the inside. And I'm not saying that any woman is perfect, that a lot of us as women don't have insecurities about something, but the issue is when other women decide that instead of dealing with themselves, they want to spread their jealousy and envy and insecurity onto other women and make them feel uncomfortable, shame them in some way, humiliate them in some way, make them feel like they don't belong, all because they feel like they don't belong. A lot of this with other women, this jealousy and envy, is projectivity, is projection. All because they don't feel good about themselves. They want you to feel some kind of way. And they will do this because they exclude you. They want you to feel like, because you could be the main character. While I don't truly believe in main characters, alternating characters, what have you, we're all, as women, we shouldn't even think that way. But unfortunately, in today's society, a lot of women have this ideal that there can only be one. And when you are around women who operate that way, you have to be able to carry your own. You have to be able to be strong enough mentally, spiritually, to not let other women make you feel down about yourself. Don't let their jealousy, envy, and toxicity and the way they try to humiliate you get you down. And when you sense that women are deliberately trying to include you but exclude you by not truly allowing you to feel like you're a part of their group or a part of their circle, dismiss yourself. There's no shame in dismissing yourself from the group, removing yourself, separating yourself. Don't be so desperate to be a part of these groups with these women who you know are just tolerating you and don't truly like you. You are worth more than being tolerated. And years and years ago, almost maybe like 15, 16 years ago, I had to remind myself, you are worth more than being tolerated. You can be around people who actually like you, who actually enjoy that deep conversation that you have, who enjoy just how you are. You have people that will click with you automatically, and then some people, it's just not there. And as women, I think sometimes we should get out of the habit of trying to force these relationships with other women that just aren't there. If you click, you click. If you don't, you don't. And what'll happen, you will see this as you get older. You don't try to force fit relationships. You just let things flow naturally. And you learn how to vibe on your own as a woman, rather than subjecting yourself to women who are only there to manipulate you and humiliate you in some way. So ladies, don't be so desperate for relationships, for friendships, that you get into these situations with women where they're including you but excluding you and trying to humiliate you any chance they can. When a woman deliberately doesn't tell you information, I'm not saying she genuinely forgot, but if she doesn't tell you important information that might spare you from being humiliated or embarrassed, if she deliberately leaves that stuff out and then acts like it's no big deal when she's around you, that woman is not your friend and she does not care about you. Especially when women wait for these big events to humiliate someone they call a friend. When somebody, feels like in order for you to shine, in order for them to shine, they have to pull a part of you away, that's not a friend. The lady that told the people, the women in her wedding, the invitees, to not wear makeup, she was out of line in my opinion. Tell me what you think about that in the comments. Because if you're coming to my wedding and you're bringing gifts and you're there, I'm just happy you're there. You have to be secure in yourself to not worry about what other women have on, as long as they don't have on white. Now, I'm not saying go there and wear a wedding dress. That's just not classy. That's not gracious. But for a woman to tell the guest, don't wear any makeup, I want to be the only one shining, that says a lot about her self-esteem and the way that she sees herself. That was completely out of line. Tell me what you think. Like and subscribe to the channel and share this content. Hit the notification bell so that you're aware when I post a brand new video. If you watch this video until the very end, put the high heel emoji in the comment section. I absolutely love to see it. Take care.